What's happening, people? Welcome back to Ordinary E and another episode. Thank you for coming back, and you'll notice that you are a bit further away from the table, and that is because we are back on the PCs finally. And we're not doing any laptops today, which is great, or ever again, hopefully. Never say never. And so this here is a Dell desktop PC. It's pretty beat up. It's not working. So the deal is, guys, 10,000 likes and I'll give it away if I can get it working, right? So there you go. And the 10,000 likes have got to be before I get the next video out. But I am super happy to be working on a PC. I have no idea about this PC. If you've seen it before, comment below. Tell me what you think. Have you seen this PC before? So that's one side. It's got some funky hole. There's a little gizmo inside of here with a twisty knob. Did you see that? I'll give you a close-up of that later. And on the back, ooh, it does have a DVI connection, which means what? Maybe there's a good graphics card in here, or good-ish. Obviously it's not going to be at the 90, but yeah, looking good, guys. So there's a motherboard, and I've seen this connection before for a printer, and that tells me this is pretty old, I think, especially with the colors. A VGA connector. What's under here? Another VGA connector. So that's one that, oh yeah, I've seen. Remember this? One goes that way and one goes that way. But there you go. And you've got some USB, you've got some internet and some more USB connectors. I can't see a colored version, so USB 1, I don't know. Graphics card, looks like it's got HDMI, so there might be a decent graphics card in here with HDMI on it. As I know, guys, I'm collecting PCs, old PCs, new PCs to fix them, and if I can find anything that will upgrade my system, I will do that, but anything I don't use I give away. And there's the power supply at the back there. Around the other side, it's pretty much the same as the other side. There you go. So as I said, it's a Dell. Oh my. And then on top there is the Windows sticker, or whatever the Windows used to be. Windows XP Professionals. It used to be XP. So okay, before the Windows started saying Windows 10 and all that, right? Windows 8. I think XP was before 8, 7, 1 and all of that. Or was XP after? Let me know. And there's a service tag. So call that number and they should be able to help you service, or go to www.dell.com. And then on the front, what do we have? Power button. And the Dell and some airflow, oh, micro SD cards and whatnot, readers, more USBs, headphone jack, microphone, 2 CD drives, because why wouldn't you want 2, especially if you want to rewrite discs. And what is this about? The quiet cooling solution, the Zalman, the Dell Zalman. Maybe this is a Dell Zalman, and it's got an Intel Pentium 4 inside. So yes, we are talking about an older machine with the name of it, Dimensions 5000 Zalman Dell. What do you want to call? What are you calling yourself, my guy? Right. So first things first. Let's go back to the top. You want to see the underneath? A bit dusty. I have given it a wipe a little bit, but oh, something's loose inside, and that's the back. If that's any use to you. Sorry, not the back. That's the bottom. Now, how do we open this behemoth? I have no idea. So take it. We pull this. Ooh, and that releases this side. Look at that. It's like the crystal maze. So now we can lay shit down and lift this up, right? Oh yeah. And what do we have inside? Oh my day. We have a power supply. It could be a good power supply. I don't know what wattage it is. Can't see from here. Actually looking pretty clean in here. I take it this contraption right here is the cooling solution, which then means the CPU is under all of this. And I can see down there where the CPU is probably situated. So it's got all of this on top of it. Poor guy. Now just looking, I can hear loose stuff in here. We're probably going to have to take everything out. So let's see what my first faults are, and if you can spot anything wrong, let me know. But already I can see this is not attached to anything, but it's been taped to the bottom, so maybe it's not needed. So it looks like that's a spare connection. That's an ID cable, which is one of these ribbon type things that I've learned, and they go to usually disk drives for the data transfer. And then they also have power. So is power connected to them? So they already have power, so now there's more power here. Oh, here we go. So this is more. Oh, here we go. So we have SATA connections as well, so we can put SSDs on this, guys, with the data transfers. The motherboard is looking massive. Can't see what the Dell number is. It's right there. It's by Foxconn LS36, so we'll have to look that up. Oh, here's some more numbers. Rev A00 and a bunch of numbers here, so we can look the motherboard up and see what's going on with that if we needed to. And there's the graphics card, guys. It's an Asus graphics card. I might have to take that, sorry, because that might be handy, especially as it has HDMI, so we could check out what that graphics card is. I don't know. Yeah, does that usually come on one of these machines? So the first thing I've noticed, guys, is that it's missing hard drives. So that's one thing we've got to put in first of all, is some hard drives. And luckily I think I do have the SSD from the previous video. So we have an SSD that we can try, has Windows on it. So that would be my first thing. It's actually looking pretty clean. So my idea for this video was to like open it up, maybe take everything out and then clean it and then put it all back. But we already know it's a Pentium 4 processor. Don't know if they're any good. I started on, what did I start on, guys? I can't remember now. Yeah, I started on a 2020 something Intel. So I haven't really experienced the Pentium. So I'm hoping the Pentium is in there. So I think it's not too dusty. I think we should just put a hard drive on like so, plug it into a monitor and see if it boots up and what it does. No doubt. Is there a battery on this? Yeah, look at that. Again, I see that. Can you see that down there? The battery is missing. So we'll put a battery in there. We'll need one of those for sure. And the type of battery those motherboards usually use is a flat 2032. So we'll put that in there. Okay, so the battery's in. And what that means is that the BIOS is being reset. So I won't have to worry about whether the BIOS is reset as well. So yeah, I think that's it. I can't see anything. I don't know if this power, I mean, the disk drives are not going to stop it from booting. This cable here, they're usually like fan extensions, but it's already attached, so maybe another fan can be added. Is there a fan on here? Can't see if there's a fan, but I think there's a fan here that would blow that way. That's probably what this contraption is here with this twisty knob, so that probably controls the fan speed, but we'll check that out afterwards. That's connected. This isn't connected, whatever that is, and usually when I see these are like audio stuff. Maybe let me have a little look around. Oh, and RAM. Oh, it has RAM as well, so we'll leave the RAM in there and we can see if it boots up what that RAM is. But yeah, I don't know where this is supposed to go. Where does this actually go? Ah, so this goes to the front IO. So we have a graphics card and down here is a telephone line connector kind of type thing. And I think there's bugs over there. We will have to give it a clean. Yeah, it'd be good to put this in somewhere. Find where that is to be connected, because that goes to, so this cable here goes to the micro reader, and this one is just this module here, which is more USBs. So it has to go somewhere. All right, we'll figure that out another day. Not another day, but later, or maybe tomorrow. I think that's it, guys. I think we've put the SSD in, we've checked everything's connected. I don't see where that's connected. We checked the RAMs in, we've checked the power supply. Yes, the disk drives are connected, but that wouldn't stop the booting. Telephone line thing we could probably take off. We don't really need it. Save some weight, you know, get some more brake horsepower out of this bad boy. And yeah, I'm quite impressed with the graphics card that's in there actually. Asus graphics card with HDMI connector. So I'll be interested to know what that actually is. So the only thing I'm missing, guys, is where that goes. That'd be nice to find out, but we don't need that for now. Let's see if it boots. So I'm going to plug it up to the monitor here. Let's move this to the side. Let's spin she around. Can you get a good look? Pretty standard stuff. There's your motherboard. There is a chip that's exposed there. It says Intel on it. And that is about it, guys. 2 hard drives. There's your massive, I guess this is what they call the quiet cooling solution. Anyway, I don't know how that comes off efficiently. We've got our SSD in. But yeah, I think we just connect it. Let's see what happens. So, could go HDMI or old school. So I'm going to need to pop this off. Plug that in, and then we need a connector for the power supply. Now this is strange. So the power supply has 2 types of plugs. I've never seen that before. Have you seen that before? I'm going to go with this one because I know I have these ones, or do I have these ones? No, I think I have these ones. Why would there be 2? And then, is this an aftermarket fault? Because look, all of this side is being bent up as if they were trying to put this in separately. So someone's put this after the fact. It's not part of this PC. So that could be a good power supply then. I'll have to check that out. We may have to take this apart and clean it because I can see more and more dirt that's bugging me now. There is a bridging pins here that don't have a bridge on it. Don't know if that would be necessary. There is a heatsink here. I wonder why they don't put a heatsink on that. Does that not get hot enough? We can try and put our fingers on that afterwards and burn ourselves. And we've put a new battery in, so that shouldn't stop us. Okay, got a plug for it. And yeah, I have that type. So going to the bottom. Plug it in, turn it on. Oh, I see lights. I hear the fan going. Holy cow. What is on the screen? I don't have a keyboard. There's dust everywhere. Right, it's just turned off and now it's restarting. Still nothing on the screen. Ah, here we go. It's booting up. I know you can't see that. Oh no, guys. It's like the other Dell. System failure, blah, blah, blah. Hold on a minute. Shut down the computer. Oh, I know you can't see this, but I will try and get you in. Hold on. Okay, so it doesn't seem to be as bad as we thought. As you can see, it says keyboard failure. Okay, I didn't put keyboard. Disk drive all passed, blah, blah, blah. Action required. The computer has adding graphics card. So take the cable out of the motherboard basically and put it in the graphics card, and that's it, and then shut it down and restart. So let's try that. Okay, I'm now plugged into the graphics card. I'll just give you a closer look of what I have here. So there's the motherboard, there's the graphics card, there's the power supply, it's shiny, and there is your ketchup and mustard and alien sauce with the blue, and that is your cooling solution. And here's that gizmo I was talking about, little knobbly thing. Right, let's turn it on and see what happens. That's a bit loud. Jesus. There we go. Look. Dimension 5000 series. BIOS A07. Don't know if that's the latest one. F2, F12 to boot up. Keyboard failure. Alert. PCI Express card is operating 1x mode. Strike the F1 key to continue. Alright, I'm going to have to get a keyboard. Hold on. Okay, got a keyboard. What was the button? F1. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Preparing automatic repair. Okay, let it do its thing. Recovery. Press enter to try again. F8 to start up for settings. F8. The 64-bit application couldn't load because your PC doesn't have a 64-bit processor. You're using a Windows to go. Make sure your USB has a version of Windows that's compatible with the PC. I don't have a Windows, so it can't do Windows 10. Oh, that sucks. Or Windows 10 64-bit, basically. I'm going to have to get a 32-bit. All right, let's do that. All right, guys. Change of plan. I believe, done some research, and I believe the 32-bit restriction on this PC is because of the Pentium 4 processor. That could be an old make. There was one Pentium 4 processor that could do 64-bit. It looks like my luck is not there, and this one can't do it. And I also don't think, like, I might change this power supply. I might take out the graphics card because I don't think this PC warrants that kind of hardware. And also, I still don't know where that goes. But yeah, and I don't really want to waste an SSD on a 32-bit system. So we are going to take this off. And I do have some drives that will fit this. So we're going to try these. These are old. Might need a little clean. And yeah, I'm going to put these in. There might even be old Windows on here. Don't even know. But yeah, let me do that. I'm going to play around. I've got two of these drives. 160 gig, 160 gig. And I do have some more if I want to try those as well. But yeah, I don't think it warrants a video card, and I don't think we need this power supply with all of this amount of connections. Seems a waste and probably could be used on a better PC in the future. So I might change that as well. Yeah, and I don't think we need a graphics card. But I'll leave it as is for now and see what it can do if we can get it powered on and working. But then afterwards, I think I am going to remove these parts. And I do like this sort of shiny gunmetal type power supply. It looks cool. All right, let me play around with these. I do have a Linux Mint that we could possibly use. Well, I've got my Rufus disk here, which should have a bunch of OS systems, including a 32-bit operating system. So we'll try that. Great news, guys. It just booted up into Windows. So there must be a Windows on this hard drive I just put in. And it was Windows 7 Ultimate. Let's see what specs we have. We have an Intel Pentium 4 3.6 gigahertz processor. It's pretty good. Don't know how many cores or threads it has. Probably just one of each. 32-bit operating system and 4 gigabytes of installed memory. Not sure how fast it is, and yeah, I think we have a working PC. Let's tidy this up. Oh, 2009 Windows Ultimate 7. All right, we've got a working PC. All right, guys, so I'm just in the BIOS here, as you can see, and I'm looking at the processor now. Information is Intel Pentium 4 3.6 gigahertz, pretty fast, but only 800 megabytes or megahertz bus speed, so not very fast in that respect. And then you have 4 gigabytes of memory at a speed of 533 megahertz, again not very fast, and it's DDR2. And now we've got to set the date so that this boots up correctly. And yeah, I'm just going to play around with this BIOS, but for just give you that bit of information as well. So the system info is a Dell System 5000 with an A07 BIOS back in 2005, guys. This system is ancient. That is vintage now, yes. So one other issue we're encountering now that I've done the BIOS is it's saying the PCI Express card is operating in 1x mode. I don't know what that means, but basically I don't think the graphics card is being fully utilized, so I don't think we should use it for that reason as well. So I'm going to take it out. Okay, guys, so great news. At least we've got a working system. I am going to remove the graphics card and see if that error gets fixed just by doing that. I think you press this, that comes down, and then lift it out. There we go. ACS graphics card, a GT710. Is that good? Let me know in the comments, guys. I don't know if that's good. Still can't find a place for this. I don't think we need to have this plugged in, so let's take that out. And it was going to nowhere, right? It was just stuck to the bottom, so that can come off and go away. That is plugged in. That chip does get hot, so I don't know why there isn't a heatsink on there. We can utilize this power supply by keeping this, and we can utilize 2 drives. So should we put 2 drives in so you can have more storage? Actually, I didn't tell you guys, but I do have a second one of these PCs, and I'll show you in the next video. So I might save this for that, and also we may need to replicate this Windows for it. Yeah. So let's see if that fixes the error we're getting. So now, and then how do you store that? Where do you put that? Right. So let's see if that fixes that. Okay guys, that's it. I went into the BIOS, I disabled the floppy drive, I chose the off option, and that got rid of the error. I put in the second drive because it's also saying about disk O, and disk O is obviously a second drive, and everything's working fine. So I'm going to call this done. And also I took the graphics card out because it was saying that it wasn't fully utilizing it, so we don't need it. The only thing that I still can't find is this connector here. It's definitely not on this motherboard, but there is a connection going to here. So what the last thing we can do now is test out all the drives. I do feel this power supply is a bit OTT for the PC, but I'm going to leave it, and that's it. I'm going to call it done. Doesn't need too much of a clean. I'm just going to clean the bottom bit up, maybe wipe inside of there, and I'm calling this done, guys. Let's see if we can game on it. Okay guys, I found some games that are specific for this era, 1993, 2004. So the Pentium was 2005 we saw on the machine, but hopefully these will work. 2000, Battlefield 2042, Dawn of the War, Delta Force 2. So we've got some games we can try out. I will probably start with, should we try, I'll start with the oldest to give it the best chance. Star Wars is 2004, this is 2000. So Delta Force, never played this game. This looks like an army shoot 'em up game. Yeah, let's give it a go, see if I can get it loaded, and let's see if this can play. So I won't know if these cards will work, but let's see if, oh, let's turn it on first. Boot up, let's go. Not as loud when it's got its cover back on, so still loud though. That's the hard drive. Yeah, lovely jubbly, all starting up. I might update the Windows to Windows 10 32-bit. What do you think, guys? Let me know if I should do that. Boot up time's not too bad. It's not terrible. I'm not angry at that. Okay, let's see if the disk drives work. That one doesn't. Oh, there it does. Lovely. What about this one? Oh, yeah, they both work. So which one do you put the disc in? Let's try the top one, hey. Delta Force. And let's see what it does. Right. I might have to play around with it. Let me see if I can get it working. But yeah, disk drives open up and work. That's good. Alright guys, I couldn't get any of these to play. I don't know whether the discs are no good. They are a bit scuffed up. But I did get Quake 2. Working, I think. Continue. Not great. Oh look, install game. Yeah, install game. To install game owner, please close down the menu system, remove the disc from CD, and proceed to insert disc 2. Oh dear. Okay. Is that disc 2? Try that. No, disc 2 is a music CD, so the music works, I guess, as well. I don't think I have disc 2 then. Damn it. Okay guys, I did get a game to work, and it's Half-Life. So I don't know if you've played that, but look at that. It looks pretty good. The Pentium's running it nice. Not too shabby. Let's see what the gameplay's like if we can get into it. Look at that guys. Half-Life on a Pentium, no graphics card, running superbly. Look, it's not even stuttering. I don't have any sound obviously because I haven't hooked up any speakers. But yeah, it is working. How'd you go full screen? Oh, I can't get the screen to go full resolution, so it's only in the top corner, but I guess you have to play around with the settings. But yeah, look at that. Half-Life on a Pentium 4. Let me know if you've ever played this game, guys. I have no idea what's going on. What is all this about? But yeah, I can move around, I can look around. Pretty good. Pretty smooth. Look at that robot. Graphics are terrible from what we're used to these days. I guess the concept is proof there that the PC can game on a very old game, and I think we're going to call this good. So there we have it guys, the Dell 5000 Pentium 4 PC works, all fixed. So if you want your chance to win this, 10,000 likes by the next video. If not, I'll be putting it up for sale as well, so if it sells then it's gone. If you don't get 10,000 likes, or if it sells before the next video as well. So what do you think guys? Let me know. Have you ever gamed on a Pentium 4? I've just the first time I've ever seen a gaming on a Pentium 4. Yeah, it's quite the experience. It's a bit old school graphics. Super happy. I was actually pleasantly surprised by how good that was. Yeah, no graphics card, nothing. We actually gained a graphics card as well. So whatever this is, a GT710, apparently doesn't work with this, so took it out, and we've gained a graphics card too. And we'll find a build for that. But yeah, 10,000 likes. Let me know your thoughts and tell your carrots that you love them, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.